Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Now, we're all waiting, right? We're all waiting for Karl Jobst' video. But I propose that there's other solutions rather than going this insane route in this echo chamber that he's got going on with the whole narcissism and stuff. I pray and hope that this guy gets some better advice, because some of these, Discord messages, oh my gosh, he's gotten off the deep end. What he needs to start doing here is stop losing money. Start doing some concessions. Think about your family. All those things, right? You know, there's things that this man has value, and one of them is his outreach, right? He makes very popular videos. He can repay Billy Mitchell with that instead of cash. You don't have to sell your house. You don't have to sell your assets. You know, I mean, you're going to have to eat some crow, but so what? You know, I mean, how much is crow worth? Not $1 million Australian dollars, I can tell you that. I mean, geez. I mean, that's a life-altering money, right? And Billy Mitchell doesn't need your money, but he's got a company. He needs advertising. Now, can you imagine from now on, right? From now on, every single Karl Jobst video has an ad in there for Billy's hot sauce, right? Guys, I was going to put this on Billy Mitchell's timeline. I was going to say, is it true that you're coming out with a Absolute Legends hot sauce? But somebody beat me to it. Actually, somebody had the same idea and put a little cartoon up there. It's pretty funny. I retweeted it. But, I mean, it's true. You know, it's absolutely true, guys. Look, he could pay with advertising dollars his debt. Right, he could put in every video, and you guys think I'm joking, and I'm absolutely not joking. Even though it's funny, even though it's, you know, you're going to eat crow, but you can pay some of your debt that way instead of coming up with actual cash. I mean, isn't it better than selling your home in order to pay an amount, or spending more hundreds of thousands of dollars more in legal fees for a appeal that you're going to lose because you already talk smack about the judges? I mean, it's nuts, right? You're not going to win that. You have to be realistic. You know, there's a couple of things that Jobst could do. I mean, Billy Mitchell is going to make him eat crow because, you know, whatever. But like I said, I mean, doing that is better than paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, almost $1 million Australian in his case. What could he do, right? Billy Mitchell's out there. For example, he's got an event this Thursday. I'm not going because I have to, you know, I'm getting ready for my trip to Mexico. So he could promote, right? And advertising, he could promote on his Twitter all of Billy Mitchell's upcoming appearances, right? He's very good at making videos, right? That's also advertising money, right? You're taking off, you know, every single post, you're taking off a little bit. You know, it might take you 5 years, 4 years, whatever, but at least you're not taking cash out of your own pocket. But there's more, right? There's more. He could do an in-depth interview, right, that Billy Mitchell could post on his channel with Billy Mitchell. You know, special guest Todd Rogers, and interview him, right? Produce a long-form video that Billy Mitchell can have on his channel, using all of his editing skills, you know, everything he does. He's a good content creator, guys. He is. Right? He's screwed up here, but he's a good content creator. He can produce some good things. Those things have value. Now, hear me out on this one, right? Because this right here would be a win-win. If they do create that Absolute Legends brand, right? The new hot sauce, right? He could advertise it on his channel, on every video, and, you know, take off his debt that way. And in addition, for every bottle sold on that link, he could get a little bit back, right? He can use it to pay his debt, or he could just use it as extra income. It's up to him. I mean, these are the kind of things that businesses work out. You know, you've seen, for example, I mean, if you remember back in the day when Coleco and Atari had that whole deal with, you know, the cartridges that you could play on Coleco and stuff, they came up with with a solution that they both owned, right? People cooperate in business in order to resolve things. Unfortunately, this is an ego thing for him, but if he let his ego go and he puts his family in front, and I know you guys think I'm just clowning, I'm not, right? It's not about clowning. This is stuff that happens all the time. I'm not saying that he would do it, but, if you owe $1 million and Billy Mitchell says something like this to this account, look, I'll give you a break. This is what I'm thinking about. You have a huge outreach out there. You have many fans. Do me a solid, right? And I'll start taking it off your debt, and you advertise for me, right? You put me on it on every one of your videos, and I'll give you a little chunk of change, for every sale. You can even do like a Hot Ones. You can do a one-on-one interview, right? I mean, can you imagine how popular that video would be and beneficial for both of them? A face-to-face, right? Bury the hatchet and just say, guys, we're moving on, right? Let bygones be bygones. We're going to put the lawsuit behind us, and we're coming up with this new promotional deal. Billy's going to become an official sponsor of the channel, right? We're going to work out our differences that way. And I'm going to be promoting new material to post on Billy's channel. You're going to see advertising on the channel. And we're coming up with this hot sauce. I mean, you could call it, absolute legends. You could call it courtroom drama. Shoot, you can make a couple of them. And again, do something like the Hot Ones, right? Take the challenge, go through the gauntlet, and make something positive and funny out of something that's a complete crap show. But that would mean that Karl Jobst would have to put his ego down, right? And the weirdest thing here, guys, is that Karl Jobst, his ego is, geez, I mean, Billy Mitchell has a big ego, but Karl Jobst is absolutely off the rails. I mean, absolutely gone bonkers. This trial broke him. And all these solutions I'm giving you might sound funny, but these are the ways companies work out differences sometimes. By cross-promoting. If a company doesn't have enough money, there's no point in bankrupting another company that owes you money. Why not have them work for you for free to work their debt off? That way people in that company still keep their jobs and you get something of value. There's absolutely a negotiation to be had here. But this guy, even though I'm making fun of it, he's walking away from that negotiation that could save him hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why? Because of pride? Because he's thinking he's going to win in the end? He's not. This is not going to go his way, not after insulting the judge. He needs to look for other solutions. And if that means being a shill for Billy Mitchell, hey, it's your kid's college fund that you're pissing away if you don't do it. So I suggest that you guys tell him, dude, work out a deal, man. Do it for your family. Do it for whatever. But this that he's going to do is insane. I think he's going to double down, gaslight on this new video, and it's just the biggest mistake he's going to make because it's not going to get any better for him. He needs to sit down, talk to Billy, work things out so he doesn't ruin his life with this huge amount of debt. I know you guys think I'm joking, but I'm not. Think about it. Absolute legends hot sauce. He can repay his debt. All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.